Good day and welcome. You're watching Sint Maarten NEWSDESK, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Philipsburg, Sint Maarten. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
Police investigated death of man found on road. Police are investigating the death of a man whose body was discovered late morning. According to the police force of Sint Maarten, officers were dispatched to the area at approximately 11:25 a.m. after the 911 dispatch center received reports of a man lying on the ground. Responding patrol officers arrived at the scene and confirmed the discovery of a deceased adult male. At this stage, police say the circumstances surrounding the man's death remain unknown, and investigators have not released any information regarding the cause of the death or whether foul play is suspected. Detectives and forensic investigators are conducting a comprehensive investigation at the scene, collecting evidence and examining the area to determine what led to the man's death. KPSM is appealing to the public for assistance. Anyone who may have witnessed the incident or has information that could help investigators is urged to contact the police station at +1 721 542 2222 or provide anonymous information through the tip line at 930.
Police crack down on illegal scooters and reckless riding. The police force of Sint Maarten has intensified enforcement against illegal and reckless motorcycle and scooter riders following a targeted traffic operation conducted across several major roadways on Saturday, June 11th. Officers from the KPSM Flex team carried out inspections along AJC Browers Road, Welfare Road, and LB Scott Road, focusing on motorcycles and scooters amid growing concerns over dangerous riding, excessive speeding, and illegal vehicle modifications. Police paid particular attention to riders using unauthorized muffler devices that produce excessive noise, as well as motorists operating vehicles in ways that endanger pedestrians and other road users. During the operation, officers stopped and inspected 120 vehicles, with several drivers found not wearing helmets or seatbelts. Police also conducted searches of 9 vehicles under the National Opium Ordinance. In addition, 24 motorcycles and scooters were inspected, with 16 found to be in violation of the traffic ordinance. Offenses included riding without a helmet, operating motorcycles without the appropriate driver's license, failing to produce valid insurance, driving without a valid inspection certificate or road tax, and displaying missing, altered, or improper license plates. The offending motorcycles and scooters were impounded and riders received fines in accordance with traffic regulations. KPSM says enforcement against these violations will continue and intensify, warning that reckless riding, illegal modifications, and non-compliant vehicles pose a serious threat to public safety. Police are reminding all riders that compliance with traffic laws, including wearing protective gear and ensuring vehicles are properly licensed, insured, and inspected, is mandatory. Authorities say similar traffic enforcement operations will continue across the island as part of ongoing efforts to improve road safety, reduce preventable accidents, and address public complaints about reckless driving and nuisance behavior. Government supports Little League Regional Tournament. The government of St. Maarten has approved a 25,000 Caribbean Guilder contribution to support the 2026 Latin America and Caribbean Little League Baseball Tournament, reaffirming its commitment to youth development, sports, and sports tourism. Approved by Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Luke Mercelina with the support of the Council of Ministers, the funding will assist the St. Maarten Little League Association in hosting the regional championships, which officially began on July 11th. The 9-day tournament brings together teams from across Latin America and the Caribbean, welcoming hundreds of young athletes, coaches, officials, and supporters to the island. Beyond the competition, officials expect the event to generate economic activity for local businesses, increase visitor arrivals, and further position St. Maarten as a destination capable of hosting major international sporting events. Prime Minister Mercelina said the investment reflects government's commitment to creating opportunities for young people while strengthening the country's international profile. He noted that sports help develop leadership, discipline, teamwork, and character, while tournaments of this scale also provide valuable exposure for the island's tourism sector and economy. The Prime Minister also commended the St. Maarten Little League Association, its volunteers, coaches, parents, sponsors, and community partners for organizing the event and encouraged residents to support Team Sint Maarten by attending the games and extending the island's renowned hospitality to visiting delegations throughout the tournament.
Hello, my people. My name is Glenda York of Sit, Sip and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 St. Maarten, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from Great Bay Media Studios in St. Maarten, your NEWSDESK feature story is coming up. But first, here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with the Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Maarten, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive in today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every laugh, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Welcome to the BTP Cybercrime Awareness video. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is any illegal activity that uses computers, smartphones, or the internet to harm people, steal information, or cause damage. Now, how to protect yourself. First, use strong passwords. Also, keep your devices and antivirus software updated. Enable two-factor authentication. Research before sending money. Use trusted platforms. Log out of accounts on shared/public devices. Scan the QR code for more tips. Stay alert. Stay secure.
GB increases electricity fuel clause. NVGEBE has announced an increase in the electricity fuel clause to 0.49 Caribbean guilders per kilowatt hour, effective July 10th, citing continued volatility in international fuel prices. The adjustment will appear on the July 2026 electricity bills, which are scheduled to begin reaching customers on Monday, July 13th. The utility explained that because Sint Maarten relies heavily on imported fuel to generate electricity, rising global fuel costs directly affect the cost of power production and are passed on through the fuel clause. Temporary manager Iris Arundel said the company recognizes the financial pressure many households continue to face and stressed that the increase was not made lightly. She emphasized that while global fuel prices remain outside GB's control, the utility remains committed to supporting customers through payment arrangements, its senior relief program, and other assistance initiatives while maintaining reliable electricity services. GB is also encouraging residents to reduce electricity consumption by adopting energy-saving practices to help lower monthly utility bills. The announcement comes as fuel prices continue to fluctuate on the international market, placing additional pressure on electricity generation costs across the region. GB says it will continue monitoring global fuel prices while working to provide safe, reliable, and sustainable electricity services for the people of Sint Maarten.
Court suspends detention as summer recess begins. The court has suspended the pre-trial detention of DD, one of the two suspects in a high-profile deprivation of liberty case involving the alleged abuse of a domestic worker following a request from the prosecutor's office. The suspension was granted due to ongoing detention capacity limitations at the Point Blanche house of detention and is subject to strict conditions. DD must remain available to law enforcement and the courts and is prohibited from contacting the complainant. The case began after an investigation earlier this year into allegations of abuse and deprivation of liberty. DD and co-suspect MD were arrested on February 25th, 2026. MD was later released on medical grounds. Both suspects have since been formally indicted, although prosecutors have dropped the earlier charges of drug possession and money laundering. The prosecutor's office emphasized that the suspension of pretrial detention does not affect the criminal proceedings or the charges against either suspect. Both are scheduled to appear before the Court of First Instance on September 16th, 2026. Meanwhile, the Court of Justice has announced its annual summer hearing recess, which runs from July 6th through August 14th. During this period, regular court hearings will be significantly reduced, with only urgent matters, summary proceedings, and previously scheduled cases continuing. Court offices across Aruba, Curaçao, Sint Maarten, Bonaire, Saba, and St. Eustatius will remain open during normal business hours. USM joins National DARE Literacy Movement. The University of St. Maarten opened its campus this week in support of the National DEAR, Drop Everything and Read movement, joining students, educators, and community members in promoting literacy across the island. The initiative, led by Climb SXM, encouraged participants to pause their daily activities and spend 30 minutes reading, reinforcing the message that literacy is a shared community responsibility. Held on the USM campus, the event attracted students, faculty, staff, community partners, and residents, many of whom brought books by local and Caribbean authors to celebrate the region's literary heritage. Special guests included St. Maarten authors Rolando Tobias and Brenda Maynard, who participated in the reading session and interacted with attendees. Members of the USM Student Government Association also had the opportunity to have copies of Maynard's books personally signed. Representatives from Windward Islands Bank also joined the event in support of the literacy campaign. USM expressed appreciation to Dr. Yadira Boston and Dr. Delroy Pierre of Climb SXM for leading the national DEAR movement. General Liberal Arts and Education Programs Division Head Juliana Shipley Hodge said the initiative reflects the university's commitment to fostering literacy, critical thinking, and lifelong learning. The university says the event underscores its role as both a higher education institution and a community partner dedicated to promoting education, literacy, and meaningful public engagement through St. Maarten.
Hey there, I'm Venicia Herbert, and welcome to the Community Billboard. This is your space where the people, places, and heartbeat of the St. Maarten community get to speak for themselves. Whether it's an event worth showing up for, a business worth knowing about, or a cause worth caring about, you'll hear it right here. So, settle in, because what's coming up next just might be exactly what you've been looking for. Welcome to the NEWSDESK Community Billboard.
Every summer, young people across St. Maarten are ready to learn, grow, and contribute to the workforce. All we need is an opportunity.
As youth, we are calling on businesses, organizations, government departments to step up and invest in the future of our island through corporate social responsibility.
By opening your doors to young people, you are helping to build a stronger, more prepared St. Maarten for tomorrow.
A summer job is more than just work experience. It helps you develop confidence, responsibility, communication skills, and valuable professional experience that can help shape their future.
Your organization can make a real difference by becoming a host partner in the 2026 BOP program.
For more information, contact Department of Youth XSM on Facebook, email deptofyouth@stmartengov.org.
We are counting on you. Register today.
To be part of our mailing list, send an email to newsdesksxm@gmail.com.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every love, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road.
Welcome to the BTP Cybercrime Awareness video. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is any illegal activity that uses computers, smartphones, or the internet to harm people, steal information, or cause damage. Now, how to protect yourself. First, use strong passwords. Also, keep your devices and antivirus software updated. Enable two-factor authentication. Research before sending money. Use trusted platforms. Log out of accounts on shared/public devices. Scan the QR code for more tips. Stay alert. Stay secure.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline. Local authors attend Global Translation Summit. Two Sint Maarten literary professionals have returned from Belgium after participating in one of the Dutch language world's leading events for literary translation. Authors and translators Loki Morales and June Leonardo attended the 2026 Literary Translation Days in Antwerp, thanks to professional development grants from the Dutch Foundation for Literature. The annual conference brought together translators, authors, and language experts to explore the future of literary translation under the theme, The Translator's Voice. Discussions focused on preserving the creativity and cultural perspective of human translators as artificial intelligence continues to transform the publishing world. Discussions focused on preserving the creativity and cultural perspective of human translators as artificial intelligence continues to transform the publishing industry. The program featured workshops on AI-assisted translation, decolonial translation, multilingual storytelling, and the evolving role of translators in an increasingly digital world. Morales described the experience as both inspiring and eye-opening, particularly the session examining how artificial intelligence can support writing and translation while reinforcing the importance of the human voice in literature. She added that the knowledge gained will benefit Beyond Cultura Events Foundation, which continues to translate Caribbean literature into English, Dutch, Papiamentu, and Spanish, helping make the region's stories accessible to wider audiences. Experts note that literary translation plays a vital role in preserving culture, expanding readership, and strengthening a cross-cultural understanding, making international collaboration increasingly important as Caribbean literature continues to gain recognition worldwide.
Welcome back. Each day we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on Sint Maarten. Welcome to today's NEWSDESK feature.
For decades, one of the biggest challenges facing Caribbean businesses has been scaling beyond small domestic markets. Now, the Sint Maarten Chamber of Commerce and Industry, COCHI, is taking a major step toward changing that reality. The Chamber has launched what it described as a historic regional initiative designed to connect businesses from Sint Maarten and across the Caribbean directly with opportunities in the United States. The initiative seeks to help entrepreneurs move beyond local markets by providing greater access to trade, investment, partnerships, and international business networks. For many small and medium-sized enterprises, growth is often limited by the size of the local economy. Expanding into larger markets can create new revenue streams, encourage innovation, and reduce dependence on a single customer base. By opening doors to the U.S. marketplace, businesses may gain opportunities to export products and services, attract investors, and establish strategic commercial relationships. The Chamber says the initiative is about more than increasing exports. It's intended to strengthen strengthen the Caribbean's private sector by encouraging businesses to meet international standards, improve competitiveness, and embrace digital commerce and cross-border collaboration. For St. Maarten, whose economy depends heavily on tourism and service industries, diversification has become an increasingly important national objective. Creating stronger links with overseas markets can help stimulate entrepreneurship in sectors such as technology, professional services, creative industries, manufacturing, and specialized retail. The initiative also recognizes that regional cooperation can create greater economic influence than individual islands acting alone. By working together, Caribbean businesses can present a stronger value proposition to international partners while sharing knowledge, resources, and opportunities across borders. The Chamber believes initiatives like this can help position St. Maarten as more than a tourism destination, but as a regional hub for commerce, innovation, and international business development. Ultimately, the success of the program will depend on how many businesses seize the opportunity to think beyond the island's borders. But if successful, the initiative could represent an important step toward building a more resilient economy, one where local entrepreneurs are better connected to regional and global markets, creating new opportunities for investment, employment, and sustainable economic growth.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of Sint Maarten News Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at News Desk, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, Sint Maarten.